Hello and welcome to Nerd Noob Gaming. I am the Nerd Noob and this is Magic the Gathering Arena. No, today we are not going to be playing Magic the Gathering Arena, although I will anytime you ask me to. Today we're going to do a deep dive into some pack openings. And without any further ado, let's hit it. Alright, so first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to travel over to the packs. And we're gonna open up the newest set, Alchemy Horizons and Baldur's Gate. Now, I don't really like Alchemy so far. It hasn't appealed to me. I think it messes up historic. It messes up some other things, and it's a little bit wacky with how it plays. I mean, they started banning cards in Alchemy, and I thought that was the whole big hype, is they wouldn't have to ban things anymore. But that's another topic altogether. Oh, listen to this music here. This is good. This is some good music. If nothing else, the pack art is alright. I don't really like the band with the whole alchemy thing, but I guess it's their first alchemy set, so they gotta be doing that. And the wizard in the background, I like the wizard, I like the witch, Tasha, I believe. Tasha, I play a little bit of D&D. Tasha's awesome. The fact that they have her here, the fact that you can buy her avatar, super awesome. Alchemy, Horizons, and the Baldur's Gate. Let's open up our first pack. That art, that music, everything's just so good. Alright, let's open it up. This is gonna be my first pack of the entire set, so you're gonna see a lot of firsts. They're firsts for me too. However, I have played Adventures into the Forgotten Realms, and Adventures into Forgotten Realms, this is kind of a ripoff of that, in my opinion. It's kind of a ripoff. I already got the cards in Adventures in Forgotten Realms, and you're not gonna give me a bonus whenever I get them again, even though like 70% of 50% of the set is that exactly. Some of them don't even have new art. Look at this, Steadfast Paladin. Steadfast Paladin was in Adventures in Forgotten Realms, and here it is again. Not even in, I don't even think it has a different art, anything. The only thing different is this little, that little logo in the middle right. And it's a good logo, but I don't know. So Steadfast Paladin is a 1 and a white creature, Dwarf Knight. And it has lifelink. It's a 2/2 with lifelink. That's alright. The art, I like it. This little Dwarf Knight Paladin holding up his shield. But what I like even more than that is the flavor. When I made my oath to Morden, I left selfishness and cowardice behind every battle. I made that commitment anew. Every battle I made that commitment anew. Alright, so yeah, that's a rough one. I also see Skullport Merchant here is another card I had gotten in Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Although they changed the art, I actually like this art better. It's more there. So we have a Skullport Merchant is a 2 and a black creature, dwarf citizen, 1/4, and the text says, when Skullport Merchants enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. It 1 in a black, sacrifice another creature, or a treasure token, and draw a card. This is just good. I mean, it's basically a 2 mana 1/4, which is already pretty good. And then you can pay 2 mana to sacrifice a creature and draw a card. Or a treasure. I mean, treasures in the late game, they mean hardly anything. This is a good card. We already know it's a good card because it's already been out there. I would rate this one much worse. I mean, this is just like average. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. Average. It's good in some decks where you need to gain life, but this is good in decks that are sacrifice, but it also gives you the thing to sacrifice, so it's a little bit better. Its flavor text is buy something or move along. I love this little dwarf with a cat on his shoulder, her shoulder. Great, great. But we already have that. Some of these I might not even point out that we already have. But let's move on through. We have Demogorgon's Clutches. Alright, it is a 2 and a black sorcery card that says target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. I'm gonna say that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like the art though. I really do love the art. I wish the Demogorgon was more visible, but that just makes it more terrifying black card. And we have over here the flavor text. The good will be corrupted, the kind will be devoured, and all will be dragged into the bottomless abyss. Demogorgon is a demon from D&D. I love this. I love this flavor. I love the art. I love it. I actually think it's pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty dang decent if you ask me. The fact that you're getting them to discard 2 cards. The milling doesn't matter almost. I mean, yeah, it's something that adds a little bit of extra power, but it's not much enough to matter. But losing 2 life and discarding 2 cards, if it just said that, it still would be kind of worth it. Not gonna lie. Let's move on over. We have Ranger Squadron. This is a pretty expensive card at 4 and 2 white. Okay, and it's a creature cat ranger. I love cats. And it's a 3/4 flying with double team. Okay, that explains why it's a little bit expensive. Double team is a new mechanic where when a creature enters with double team attacks, if it is not a token, conjure a duplicate into your hand, then both of them perpetually lose double team. So you basically get this card and then another card in your hand. So it conjures a duplicate into your hand. That makes it a little bit weaker in my opinion, because you're going to have to pay another 6. So you're going to pay 6 mana for a 3/4 flying, and then you're going to play 6 mana again for another 3/4 flying. I just don't see it being that great. What is the perpetual? Why does it even bring up perpetual? I guess perpetually give you a card. Yeah, perpetually lose double team. Okay, that's why it says perpetual, and then it conjure a duplicate. Okay, it's explaining double team with conjure and perpetual. No flavor text. Decent. I like the art. I really do like the art. I like the fact that it's cat, but just not doing it for me. It's too expensive. Even if you give me an extra card, if it was 5 mana, even then, like, it's 4 mana would be amazing. Too great. 5 mana would probably be where it's playable, and 6 mana is just not great at all, in my opinion. Maybe somebody can tell me wrong and make a cat deck that's going to be awesome. Let's move on to our next one. We have Armor of Shadows. It is a 1 black for an instant that says, until the end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible. 1 black for a +1/+0 gain indestructible. This is definitely going to be used as like battle tech or trading, and it is going to see some play there, but it is weak, but it's made to be, and that can change for 1 mana. If you have 1 mana left over, this can change some things. I don't see it being that big of a card, but I definitely see it being a card that you definitely could use. And gaining indestructible, even if you didn't trade, is going to be useful. Somebody casts a spell on one of your cards that you really want to survive, instead of waiting until they have nothing, you could just wait until you have 1 extra mana of black, and then cast this on it whenever it's their turn and they try to destroy it, ruining their turn, ruining their mana for 1 mana. That's going to be great value. The art here, it's not doing it for me a lot. It's not bad, it's just not amazing. And then we have some flavor text here, as it says, what's softer than silk, stronger than steel, and quieter than thought? A warlock riddle. Okay. I actually don't know that riddle. If you know the answer to this riddle, post it down below in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and I'll even like it. So next up we have Line Up the Shot, a 1 green for you line. So you line up the shot for 1 green. It's an instant that says choose 1. Okay, aim for the right wyvern. Conjure a card named Plummet into your hand. Plummet is a 2 mana instant that says destroy target creature with flying. Okay, nice. Next up is aim for the cursed amulet. Aim for the cursed amulet. Conjure a card named Neutralize into your hand. Okay, Neutralize is 2 mana instant that or 1 and a green, and it says destroy target artifact or enchantment. We've seen this one before. So both of these we have seen before. I think even with the same art. And then last one, we have Fire a Warning Shot. Draw a card. 1 mana draw a card is very good, and green does not have a lot of card draw as far as I know. Not like just straight up drawing cards. So this is 1 mana draw a card as far as I see. I mean, yeah, you could also do 3 mana destroy target artifact or enchantment, or 3 mana destroy target creature with flying. That's good, I guess, if you need it. It's more, instead of being those cards, it's more flexible, and you get those cards at a little bit higher of a price, but that you get them when you need it. But more importantly, I think this is 1 mana draw a card, and that's just simply very good. Another issue I have here is, like, look at this card, and you can even see like where Fire Warning Shot bleeds through the bottom bump of where it shows off that it's an alchemy card. And there's no flavor text on this one either. I mean, the art I really like. The line up your shot. Apparently it is trying to shoot a wyvern with an amulet with a enchanted arrow of some sort. I love it, and with a cursed amulet. So this wyvern probably going crazy because of the cursed amulet. I wish there was flavor text like, we never knew whenever we put the amulet on the wyvern that he was going to turn on us, or something like that. That would have been great. It would have been great. Now we go to the second to last card, and we have Split the Spoils. That is 2 and a green sorcery card. It is an uncommon that says exile up to 5 target permanent cards from your graveyard and separate them into 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles and puts that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Piles can be empty. So the opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand. So whichever one your opponent picks, he's gonna put it into your hand. Interesting. Very interesting. So this is 3 mana, draw 2 cards, 2 to 3 cards depending. And you probably want to, I like the flavor. Okay, so the flavor of this card, and there's also flavor text. Let's go over the flavor text first. That half is yours. These halves are mine. Simple flavor text, but I love it. I love the art. I love the whole idea of the card. I don't know why it's green. I feel like could be any color, but I love the art. Maybe even, yeah, it could be even red. Like, we've seen treasure with red before. But anyways, this is more card draw for green. Excellent. I don't play green often, but I just love the idea of like taking up 5 cards and you're like trying to split it, and you're like, okay, you pick whichever half you want me to have, right? You get to split it, but he gets to pick it, and then you get to put it in your hand afterwards, and you paid mana for it. So it's great. It's all around. I love this card. I think this is even a decent card. 3 mana, draw 2 cards, 2 to 3. When you're gonna get 3 cards, when you're gonna get 4 cards, when you're gonna get 5 cards, it's absolutely amazing. Even more so every increment of card that you go up. But if you if you get 2 cards with this, you're still not going to be upset. Average card draw is 2 mana, and this is 3 mana for 2 cards. So let's go and get our rare Alondro the Seer. Alondro, I might be butchering that name. So Alondro the Seer is 2 green and a blue, so a total of 4 mana there. For a 3/5 legendary creature human shaman with the flavor text, with the text that reads, tap, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand, and put a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value it gains when the last time counter is removed from this card. If it's exiled, you may cast it without... Whoa, what is this? Okay. I had to get one of these. So, if it's exiled, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste until end of turn. Then remove a time counter from each other card you own in exile. So, you tap this, you draw a card, then exile a card from your hand, and put a number of time counters equal to its mana value it gains when the last time counter is removed from this card. If it's exiled, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Okay? If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste until the end of turn. Then, remove a time counter from each other card you own in exile. So you're going to be just tapping this guy constantly. You're going to try to... He's 5 health. He's going to be good at staying alive unless any creature... He's going to be better at staying alive than most, but he's still going to die to any removal. So... any damage, he's probably going to survive overall. You could use him to block and then tap, but you're going to be wanting to tap this guy. He's going to basically let you draw a card and replace it. But eventually, the card that you replaced for the card that you drew is going to be able to be played without paying its mana after that many turns have passed of how many mana it has. And then, if it is a creature card, it gains haste as well. That's awesome. That's some decent value. Keeping this guy alive is going to be rough, and if you don't keep him alive long enough to support his value, then that's just going to be sad. Because even if you exile a card, you just lost that card. If you exile a good card, you've lost a good card. You might use and you're gonna have to keep this guy alive for however much mana you have. And blue-green isn't necessarily aggro, so it might be 3-4 turns before you get your free creature in that has haste. Which I'm assuming you would want to do a creature more than a spell, but maybe you have plans. And so you'd want to do low-level creatures with this. Try to get as much value as you can early out before this thing gets eliminated. The art, I love his whole workshop. I don't know this person at all. I play a lot of D&D. Played Adventures into Forgotten Realms. I've played regular D&D even in the Forgotten Realms, and I don't know who Alondro is. Baldur's Gate. I know this is Adventures in Baldur's Gate. Maybe Alondro is in Baldur's Gate 3. I've been trying to keep that a secret for me. But let's see. Yep. And that's going to be where we end it for today's video. Let me know if you liked it. I know I spent a lot of time on one pack. That's what I like to do whenever I open up packs. Maybe not go into them that deep. Maybe I should make the next one a little bit faster. And let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Do what you do. Ring the bell notification. Hate it? Well, you can't dislike it anymore. I wish you could. But I'll see you next time. Bye.